Talk about religion. A cross-carrying missionary busted for having a fist fight during walk across America. A missionary carrying a cross on his shoulder during a 2,000-mile walk across America is accused of not turning the other cheek. When do Christians ever turn the other cheek? And boy, every time I point out that they don't follow the Bible, their response is, well, you don't believe in the Bible, so why does it matter to you? You believe in it! And I am pointing out that you don't actually believe in it because you don't follow what it fucking says, you idiots. Jesus said, love everyone. Treat others as you would like to be treated. Don't judge anyone. Give everything you own to the poor and turn the other cheek. And somehow these assholes have twisted that into I can act morally superior and call you out on bullshit that you don't even fucking believe in. By the way, that's another thing I want to bring up. Bryson fucking Gray. Let's go. I'm still on these goddamn teddy bears. Bryson Gray burned his fucking sneakers over this goddamn teddy bear. Sir, Jesus commanded you to give everything you own to the poor. You burnt those $1,400 sneakers instead of donating them to a shelter. What do you think Jesus would have to say about that? But no, you can't promote your music and act morally self-righteous if you just donate your fucking sneakers because you have a problem with this brand. You fucking hypocrite. Assholes burn their goddamn sneakers instead of giving them away to the poor. You're not fucking Christians. I fucked Christians a few times because, like, I had a girlfriend that was a Sunday school teacher. I took her virginity. That's still fucking, it sounds like I did it forcefully. That was weird. Why am I even telling this story? God damn, Justin. He was like 28. I asked her multiple times. I was like, are you sure? Are you sure? He was my girlfriend. And she's like, yeah, I've never met, it's not that I'm against sex before marriage or anything. It's not a religious thing. I just never met anybody that I felt like doing this with. Okay. But no, these assholes burn their fucking sneakers instead of giving them to the poor. And that's another thing is the Bible literally says, watch out for the Pharisee like you, Bryson, who use the Lord to promote themselves and enrich themselves. Goddamn titty bears. I'm tired of Christians' bullshit. Sorry to anyone that's a Christian and actually lives your life as Jesus commanded you to. I've known a few of them in my life. We've had Salty Pastor here on the show, a humble man who will go out of his way to help the poorest among us. That is Jesus-like. I would venture to say someone who owns $1,400 sneakers in the first place is nothing like Jesus. Bryson. Someone who owns $1,400 sneakers in the first place is nothing like Jesus. And no wonder, for Satan himself masquerades as an angel of light. It is not surprising then if his servants also masquerade as servants of righteousness. Their end will be what their actions deserve. Corinthians 11, 14, and 15. Thank you, Voodoo. And we're gonna watch Kanye, a supposed Christian, talking about God here in a little bit, while also saying Hitler was awesome or some shit. Simp, lucky you. I should probably go check some of my places. I probably got nugs hiding somewhere, to be honest with you. A missionary carrying a cross on his shoulder during a 2,000-mile walk across America is accused of not turning the other cheek as he allegedly got into a fist fight with a passing motorist and wound up being arrested. Jesse Michael Boyd, 46, of Vail, completing the multi-state trek for Foolproof Gospel Ministries. Foolproof. Also, not fool as in F-O-O-L to those of you listening to the... That is how you spell fool, right? I have a real problem with spelling shit, in case you guys don't know. I can look at words and they can be misspelled and I'll think they look spelled correctly. That is how you spell fool. F-O-O-L. Have a hard time telling you how to spell things off the top of my head and shit, but I can write them down. But it's foolproof, F-U-L-L. Yeah, like 200 proof or 100% out, or the full glass. I don't understand. Foolproof. It actually doesn't make any sense. So he had his teenage daughter and young son with him and 2 other missionaries. They got into fisticuffs with a driver outside of Cameron, Montana. Uh-oh. Do we have video? Do we have a local news hit on this? Yes! Thank you. This is what we needed.
His family from Catawba County claimed that their civil and religious rights were violated after they were arrested nearly 2,000 miles away near Cameron, Montana.
Jesse Boyd.
Oh my God! I'm going to assume this dude is a dumbass right-winger. Because this is the same thing that, like, oh my God, they're trying to arrest us in Arizona when they broke the fucking law. Yeah, you get arrested if you fist fight with somebody. It's against the law.
He told us that he and his family were on a journey across America carrying a cross and a flag, and they were confronted by someone. Court documents say that confrontation turned violent, with Boyd being arrested and others, including his children, being handcuffed. Channel 9's Dave Faraday is live tonight in Vail, and Dave, that family is now back, but they have to wear ankle monitors.
Yeah, Scott, they bonded out of jail in Montana, but they're required to wear ankle monitors here in North Carolina. They journeyed through 17 different states.
Of course they're from North Carolina.
America, often passing out cards like these with...
North Carolina, for those of you who don't know, North Carolina, that's like the home of Jerry Falwell. There's a huge contingent of these far-right nut job religious organizations. It's in western North Carolina, and then there's a lot in southern Virginia. A hotbed of these fucking organizations.
Information about the gospel on these cards before being arrested.
Voodoo, have a great evening.
Of Jesse Boyd and his family as they walked more than 5,000 miles across the U.S. It's part of their work with North Carolina.
I can't see it without bringing it up. That is a mountain known as Six Grandfathers. The faces carved into the side of it are a blight. That land should be given back to natives. That side of the mountain should be... I don't know what you should do. Should you blow up the fucking faces or whatever? Whatever the natives want to do to it. We can go sand them off or whatever the fuck. But that one of the ugliest goddamn things I've ever seen in my life. Mount Rushmore should not exist. And I want everyone to adopt calling it Six Grandfathers, its native name.
Based Foolproof Gospel Ministries. You can see Boyd carrying a cross and others holding an upside-down flag. Not to show disrespect, but instead distress over the direction of the country. Their missionary work, though, ended at a snowy intersection in Montana when Boyd says another vehicle pulled up. He says the driver began yelling at them about where they had parked.
I'm sorry, we're leaving right now. And so at that point, he just lit into a rage, cursing.
So basically what you're telling me is that you were illegally parked and somebody jumped onto you, and you think because you're a religious man, you can get away with this bullshit.
Son was standing right there. I told him there wasn't any need to act like that.
Boyd says the confrontation escalated when the driver got out of his vehicle and charged at him. He says with his family nearby, he drew his own gun.
And told him, sir, we don't want any trouble. I'm in fear for my life, and you get back in your car.
Boyd says the driver appeared to calm down, so he put the gun away and then says the man
drew a gun on him
into the car, struck him in the face, and knocked him to the ground.
He told us we weren't welcome in Montana. He told us that there were rifles trained on us, and if we moved, we'd be shot.
Boyd says he, his daughter, and 2 other missionaries fought back against that man, Bradley Terrell. Court documents say they struck Terrell multiple times and hit him with their flagpole. They were later arrested and charged with felony aggravated assault.
Yeah, you should be.
I reached out to Terrell by phone today, and he said he wouldn't comment about what happened, but did say, I'd love people to see the evidence, stay with us, follow the case, and follow the facts.
I would almost guarantee that this pastor is fucking lying. I hate to be that way about religious people, but there's just a mountain of evidence. They are dishonest pieces of shit. I'm sorry. Where else have you seen an assault with a flagpole? I wonder where this man was on January 6th.
He's required to wear an ankle bracelet.
Good.
Hoping someday to continue his missionary work.
At some point, I'll take up that cross from the very spot that this took place, and we'll continue our journey as the Lord leads to the Pacific Ocean.
And I reached out to prosecutors in Madison County, Montana. They would not discuss this case, but they...
I want to. What does the arrest report say? I'm assuming it's public record. It may vary from state to state, but every state I've been in, you would be able to go and get that arrest report. I would like to know, because clearly they pressed charges against the pastor, not the other dude.
They did tell me that they do plan on filing charges against Jesse Boyd in the next few weeks.
Good.
Live from Catawba County, I'm Dave Faraday.
Good. He deserves it. So yeah, the only version of events that we have is from the pastor, and I do not believe him. Also, I've seen other pastors carrying crosses across country, and yours is kind of tiny, dude. That one pastor, and that's who I thought it was. That's who I thought we were going to be talking about. That one pastor has a gigantic fucking cross, and it has wheels on the back of it. He absolutely did an aggravated assault, and from his own story. Now he's put a lot of fucking details in there, like, oh, I was scared for my life. From his own version of events, he threw the first punch. He pulled a gun on somebody. He was parked illegally. From his own version of events. So I'm on the other guy's side. Good. I hope you are prosecuted to the fullest extent, you piece of shit. Have you heard the freaking news? YouTube, Facebook, and all of big tech are trying to do a cancel culture on JustinFREAKIN.
Up yours, woke moralists. We'll see who cancels who.
Help the channel stay alive and grow by subscribing or following, and be sure to turn on notifications so you don't miss any of the fun, even when one platform tries to shut us up.
He's kicking authority in the balls.
If you have it to spare and really want to show support, consider subbing on Twitch, becoming a patron, or a member on YouTube. You'll get access to extra delights and debauchery, and you'll have my eternal appreciation. Thank you for being a freaking follower, and have a great freaking day.